Cowabunga, guys! Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady. Alright, first story up is called, I'm sorry, miss, but I'm here waiting for my cousin for his marriage. This is my first post here. I speak Spanish, so I am translating it, so I hope you understand some mistakes when translating it. I live in Cusco, Peru, a very popular place for tourists who want to go see one of the wonders of the world and great cultural variety. This story happened to me 2 years ago when I was 17. I am currently 19 years old. Cast: me, a very unlucky boy. Karen, lady with an air of grandeur. Hotel guard. Manager in charge. Cousin! It was the day of cousin's wedding, I'm assuming? I have gotten along very well with him since I can remember. He is a great guy who would not hesitate to help someone in trouble. My cousin met his girlfriend, now wife, in the US, and they got along very well when they met. After 3 years, cousin proposed to her and she said yes. The wedding would be held in Cusco with all the relatives of both parties in a religious way and after the traditional way. All my relatives and relatives of the bride focused on the decoration in the party. So they asked me to go to the hotel to pick up my cousin who was there confirming his reservation. He planned to stay 3 days and then travel with his future wife for all tourist sites of Peru like honeymoon. I was wearing a pretty formal suit, shiny shoes, and I cut my hair for the special day. I have long hair and a ponytail for certain traditional Inca mystical beliefs. It's really cool. But since it was a special day, I tried to seem as formal as I could. I decided to wait at the door of this hotel, insert generic name of a 5-star place, to cousin. I was very nervous since it was a very special day and I knew that I should be as gentlemanly as possible. I was waiting when a woman saw me. She looked like 40 years old, big heels, marca dress, and a horrible wallet. Let's see, let's try to figure out what that means. Based on context, let's say dress, as if she had been made with ribbon and glitter, along with very large suitcases. So I avoid contact, since I have social anxiety. And I hear the lady making very loud noises, like someone trying to start an engine. After 2 minutes, the lady approaches me. Here begins the good stuff.
What do I have to do to get employees to do their job?
Sorry, what? I was surprised and at the same time confused.
That's why your kind works like this,
she said with a sour tone. Sorry, madam, but
you do your damn cholo job.
She throws me one of her suitcases. For those who do not know cholo, it is a word that offends people here, since it is a way of minimizing or ridiculing people from high places or far from the city with few accesses. I subtly leave the suitcase on the floor. Miss, I don't work here, and that is not the way to address people. I said it very serenely, but at the same time, I was thinking, I hope this ends quickly.
How dare you talk to me like that? Learn your position, damn raised potatoes,
she said, screaming. Obviously frustrated. Madam, please, I already told you that I don't work here. And don't talk about us like that, please.
I talk to you like this because the money I pay goes so that you can eat, you freaking Indian. Now bring me your manager so he can fire you.
In the tornado of insults, the hotel guard appeared. The guards are inside the hotel to guard the guests, who stops between the two of us and says, "What is happening here?" Well, what happened? She interrupts me.
Here, your monkey does not want to help me and he tried to rob me. I demand that they fire him and take him to jail.
Guard and I look at each other, confused. Madam, he does not work here. I know all the employees, and I know that he is not part of the hotel corps.
Don't lie to me, piece of trash. I know he works here because he wears his work clothes.
She points at me. Madam, he does not work here. There are many guests who also come or leave with a suit for various activities, since this is a tourist city. That's what I tried to tell you. Now with her red face.
Don't lie to me. I want to talk to your manager so they can fire you and take you to jail out of complicity.
Guard makes a call on his radio and manager appears, along with cousin. It seems that cousin had already completed his reservations and manager was hastened by the screams. What is happening?
I want you to fire this duo of fools, and for compensation, I want a free royal room for a week.
I know, very detailed. Guard, cousin, and manager were silent, watching the lady smoke from her head. Madam, first of all, the boy, he doesn't work for me. And secondly, the guard has worked for me since the hotel was opened. And he has more honor than anyone I know. So apologize to him. Karen starts foaming at the mouth. Imagine a mad dog.
This is Dog Dookie. I know the owner and he will have all of them fired.
Karen makes a fake call and then says,
You are all fired.
Manager and security guard start laughing, and manager says, I can't believe it. I just fired myself. Karen's face goes white as if she had seen a ghost. It turns out that here in some hotel companies, you are the owner and manager, since being a tourist place is very difficult to get a second or third hotel place, so you must take charge yourself from your own hotel. Karen leaves with suitcases, manager apologizes to me, and knowing that my cousin was the one who was staying, gave him a 5% refund, which is a bargain coming from a 5-star hotel. After that, the day was great. We all left happy, and I and cousin remember this as an anecdote. That was a pretty funny story, and kind of fun trying to figure out what the OP meant to say, because I know translators can be really finicky. But I absolutely love that line, that duo of fools. Absolutely amazing. Sounds like something that Frieza would say, honestly. Alright, this story's called The Time One of Them Actually Got to Speak to the Manager. And it was my manager. This happened a couple of years ago, but I was reading an Ask Reddit thread that jogged this memory to come up. Anyway, I think it was like 2016-ish, and I was working as a receptionist in an office. My boss and owner of the business was actually a very good friend of mine that I had known for a really long time. Anyway, she would occasionally give her employees gift cards to different places to buy some more work attire, as the dress code kept changing as the business did. I took mine and set out to Target. I was in the fitting room trying on some stuff when I hear what sounds like a stern, angry female dog talking. When I come out, it is, in fact, a stern, angry female dog talking. She is standing with, who I assume is her daughter, in front of a mirror that was in the hall of the dressing room areas, but not in the room itself. She's basically railing into this poor girl who can't be more than 13 to 14 about how if she lost weight, clothes might actually look good on her. This lady was actually pretty big herself. Not that that is a bad thing, but hypocrisy and mental abuse is, or I guess are. The poor girl looked defeated, and I kinda watched them as I handed my items I didn't want back to the girl working, and said something along the lines of, "Man, some people suck," in a voice I thought was pretty low. I guess it wasn't. The female dog thought the girl working the counter said it at first, and started to go after her. I told her I said it because that girl didn't know me and I didn't need her to lose her job over me. I mean, I'm sure you can guess what happens next. She wants to speak to my manager. I try the whole "I don't work here" thing, but her rebuttal is that I obviously do, am obviously here on my day off, and should still be reprimanded for being rude about a customer to my little friend. Not that I wouldn't be friends with the girl working there, she seemed lovely, but we had never met before, to my knowledge anyway. I'm about to tell her that when a new idea dawns on me. "Yeah, you can talk to my manager," I tell her, getting my phone out. I just have to call her because she isn't here today. Entirely true. My manager was at home that day, getting ready for a party I was later attending at her house. I call her, she answers. I say, "Hey, I have someone here at Target demanding to speak to you." There is some quite obvious confusion on her end. All I hear is, "Okay?" before putting her on speakerphone. I'll be damned if a stranger's gonna press my phone against their face. "Okay, you're on speaker." Immediately, female dog McFemale Dog Pants starts telling her how awful I am and what I did, and is also adding spice that it's awful that no manager is on the floor to deal with this situation today. My boss started laughing hysterically, which made female dog britches even more angry. I wish I could say the B word.
Well, if you ask for a random person's manager, don't be surprised that they don't work at Target, you idiot!
I lost it at this point too. I apologized to the nice young lady working the rooms, put my phone to my ear so I could laugh it off with my friend and manager, and start to walk away. Of course, female Doggenstein is still yelling at me because I'm awful, and I see what I assume is an actual manager coming over to the rooms. So I tell my manager I'll call her back and head back to see what lie she tries to spin, and also try to make sure she doesn't accuse Fitting Groom Girl of anything. Lo and behold, she was trying to blame that girl and started yelling about that female dog, me this time, coming back, and I should be punished too. Luckily, the manager saw me and immediately says, "I have never seen her before in my life. She doesn't work here." Angry lady says she can't deal with her lies anymore, grabs her poor, embarrassed beyond all reason daughter, and is walking away. The manager apologized to me and the employee, but it's not like I ever blamed him. He was super kind. Once I got to my car, I felt bad that I didn't give the daughter the rest of my Target gift card, but I know there was no way I could have. So I called my manager back and just about died laughing at the situation. That's a really cool relationship to have with your manager. This story was funny. That poor kid. Her mom did not have to say that kind of stuff to her. That's just really, really wrong, as if the kid wasn't already thinking those things. It's not like overweight people want to be overweight. I mean, unless they do, but that's not very common. Obviously, she should lose weight, but the mom, there's a way to go about letting your daughter know that she needs to lose weight. She's literally, at that age where she's probably going to be insanely self-conscious regardless of how she looks. You know, people's emotions, they're a lot like water, okay? If you have a big container of water and your goal is to get your hand in the water, obviously you're just gonna want to dip your hand in there slowly so you don't make a mess and so you don't hurt yourself. Because if you slap that water really, really hard, it's just gonna sting and it's gonna make a mess and nobody's happy. This story's called, "Karen, I'm stressed and can't help you with your photos." I don't know if this is the right place to post it, but I'll give it a shot. This happened yesterday, and I just thought how messed up that was. No police, no hitting, but clearly a deadly look afterwards. Here's the cast. There's Karen, me,
My girlfriend.
Everything started with my girlfriend and me rushing into a decoration store and afterwards to a famous store, known for mostly hygienic stuff, shampoo, lotion, baby stuff, to get a little present for a friend. As a side note, everything takes place in Germany. Because of the whole Brovid-19, we are only allowed to go into the market with masks and a cart. And of course, if you are in a hurry, all things you have to do fast are either very slow or broken. Back to the main story. So we went inside the hygienic store after waiting 10 minutes to get a cart and went straight to a photo printer. I don't know why the Germans put these things here, but for me it seems logical anyway. Of course, all three were occupied. After another 10 minutes and running short on time, we had around 15 minutes left, we could print our photos. Sadly, the first machine had some kind of problem with the photos, so we changed to another machine, which had the same problem. So, third time's the charm, and the last machine was good. My girlfriend and I stood there and minded our business to get everything settled fast, until one family stood near us with a child, 4 to 6 years old, strapped with some kind of blanket to the back of the mother. The child was screaming so loud and the parents just ignored it, but everyone around them was visibly annoyed. Girlfriend started to get a headache from it.
I can't wait here. My ears are gonna explode. Can I go away and get some tights?
Sure, I'll handle the photos here. That was probably some kind of signal for Karen. As soon as girlfriend went to get her stuff, she started to whisper something.
What kind of photos? Where is it? How?
She was standing there alone and talking to herself. Nothing that unusual, I do the same thing sometimes. Then she started to talk louder, and me doing my stuff and clearly not minding her was the trigger. She stepped forward to me and said,
I know you heard me. Help me here.
I'm sorry. Could you wait a bit?
How long should I wait? I just want to print my photos, and I can't connect my phone to that stupid machine.
Me, walking fast to her machine, seeing she hasn't even pressed anything and was still on the home screen. You have to press here and then on photos, and afterward click on mobile and connect it through cable. After that, I went back to my machine and started to print some of my photos. Karen started to get visibly angry at me and started to talk to me like I don't understand her.
I want to connect my phone. Do it.
At that point, I'm getting annoyed. I'm looking at her screen again and she didn't do anything. There was just a window with two options, Android and Apple. I looked at her phone, pressed on Android, and the only thing she had to do were some clicks on her phone and connect the cable. Girlfriend returned.
I have everything. Are the photos done?
No, this lady asked for help, but I'm trying to help her. Girlfriend starts to talk in another language to me.
I don't think you saw it, but she didn't do anything. She wants you to do all her stuff.
Me understanding what kind of dumbass I am, I told Karen politely that I have to do my own things now and that I am in a hurry. She started to get furious, looked back at me and her machine for about 3 minutes. Then she left the machine with some big steps and visibly very, very angry. Afterwards, I check her machine and she did nothing again. So girlfriend was totally right. We finished our photos and went to the checkout. Lesson of the story? Don't be a Karen and don't let others do your stuff because of your laziness. Yeah, that's a good lesson to learn. But then another lesson that could be learned here is that no matter how dumb you are, the sucker who does all your stuff for you is even dumber. I'm kidding, don't get mad. This story's called, Oh, Are You Using That? Height of pandemic, I needed to get some groceries for myself and dog. I live in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood and shop at the local market. I'm looking for a shopping basket and finally get one. Pick it up and am about to begin shopping when this middle-aged white dude comes up to me and says, Oh yes, I need that. I'm Hispanic and Asian, so you can guess from there that he assumed I worked there. He proceeds to walk towards me, hands open, expecting me to give it to him. I give him the "what the look, and he quickly responds, Oh, are you using that? I walk away still with the "what the face and see him turning as red as my basket. Bakata.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out Daily Dose of Memes and also Jimmy's mom.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.